Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending when and where you are listening to this from. My name is Alison Cryer from Representation Plus, and I'm going to have a discussion today with two experts from the COVID rapid testing environment and Tracey Poggio from ANTOR, the Association of National Tourist Office Representatives in the UK. And we're going to discuss COVID testing and where it is at today. So we have Tracey Poggio from ANTOR, as I mentioned earlier.
Good morning.
Steve Tollman from Vital Innovations.
Good morning.
Bahr from Vital Innovations.
Good evening.
There we go. Good evening. Thank you very much for all of you for joining me today. So the first question actually is for you, Shah, because you're very well positioned as you're talking to us from Malaysia right now. Why do you think Asia has managed COVID better than the West, or at least that's how it appears to us over here? And what are their health protocols like?
I mean, the simple answer is experience. Asia went through this with SARS and with avian flu. Both of them had a major impact on people's psyche. The economies got shut down in Southeast Asia, travel stopped. But because it didn't go beyond Southeast Asia, the people psychologically got impacted a lot more in here than the rest of the world. So wearing masks, sanitizing hands, sanitizing public places, it was a huge deal back then. And, you know, I was fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to go through it. That was the first year that I moved to Asia from Canada. But the other thing that I noticed is that people generally don't challenge authority. So when something is given, a directive is given, people follow it because they understand it is for the good of the society. It is a community-based sort of coherence that they understand. If I don't wear a mask and you don't wear a mask, then we are in trouble. There is a concept of people being not very show off, not very flashy. So that also helped. But they realize that their economies are collapsing. So the sooner they can get back to normal, the sooner the life can go back to normal. So that's part of the reason that I see that, you know, all those protocols got activated. From temperature, everywhere I go, there is temperature control. Of course, you know, 15 years ago, 16 years ago, there was no smartphones as we have now. However, everywhere we go, if I don't scan my location with my app, I'm not allowed in. So that's how they also trace. And then the app tells me, you know, I went out today, I went to that mall, I enter the mall, I scan, I enter the shop, I scan, but then they tell me you were exposed to someone potentially who had COVID. So the app is it uses AI and it works. Other than that, temperature control, if I don't take my temperature, they won't let me in. Doesn't matter where. Hand sanitizers, somebody's there making sure you're using it. So there is almost like this sense of emergency and sense of urgency that everybody follows.
How about testing? Are they testing, what's their testing protocols?
So as you know, the testing started with PCR, which was what the health officials know best. Then they realized they don't have enough machines, so they went and bought expensive machines to keep up with the demand. Then they realized that, oh, okay, well, there are human errors. Until the rapid test kits came in, which would take a drop of blood. But then they realized rapid test kits only pick up high viral load 14 days to 90 days. So in many cases, it would tell you you have an antibody, but it wouldn't really tell you're positive, negative. And then they say, oh, if you got log M and log G, okay, yes, you are positive. Until in August, antigen tests at the same time in China and US and Germany, they